Hello friends, I hope that you are enjoying our summer product launch party so far. Today I am going to make the key lime dessert mix, and on the back you guys there are instructions on how to make it into a key lime cream pie or a key lime dessert dip. So if you order this, you already have two options provided to you. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I am going to make this into a layered dessert, starting with a no-bake cheesecake as the base. And what I'm going to make it in is my 9 by 13 cool and serve. So if you're not familiar with the cool and serve line, you guys, these are products that you can take with you on the go to barbecues, wherever, and you're going to have a covered container to store your food. This here, you guys, is the dish that I'm actually going to put the food in. And at the bottom, there are these cooling pucks. You keep these in your freezer, and then if I were going to take this to a barbecue, I would put my frozen pucks in here. I would put my dessert with the lid on top. And then it's going to keep your food cold for 4 to 6 hours. So I'm going to do a little bit of prep work here to get set up for this, and I will be right back. So one of the first tools I get to show you is the twist and chop, you guys. So I am going to put some graham crackers in here, as I need them for my graham cracker crust. So let me go ahead and get the lid on. And it's going up and down the blades to pulverize these graham crackers. And in just a few seconds, you guys, I have graham cracker crumbs. Now I need 1.5 cups of these, and it says about 12 crackers, so I will have to keep going, and then I will be back when I have enough. All right, and I've got closer to 1 3/4 cup of graham cracker crumbs, but I'm just going to go with it. And then so I need to add my 1/4 cup of sugar. And I like to pre-measure my ingredients in these 1 cup prep bowls, you guys, especially if I'm gonna do it live. And then 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Now our batter bowls double as a measuring bowl and a measuring cup. A mixing bowl and a measuring cup, if I misspoke, which is really, really nice. And they come in a bigger size, our classic. This is a small batter bowl, and then they each will include a lid as well. So if I wanted to prep something like some cookie dough in advance, and then pop it in the fridge before I'm ready to get baking, I could do that. So yeah, since I had more crumbs than maybe I should have, maybe I needed a little bit more butter, but I'm gonna work this for a minute and see. Okay, friends, I did add a little bit more butter, so I ended up with total 8 tablespoons or a full stick of butter for this. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to firmly smash this to the bottom of my cool and serve. And this is going to be the crust of my key lime cheesecake dessert. And then I'm going to put this into the fridge while I go ahead and make the cheesecake. So I will meet you guys over at my stand mixer. So I want to show you something about the stand mixer really quick. So I am going to beat cream cheese. So if I scroll down to beat, do you see how it shows me that little paddle attachment? And that is what I have set up right now. Later on, when I need to whip the cream, it's going to show me the whisk, and I'm going to switch over to that gadget. So I love our mixer because really, especially for, you know, learners like me who are not the best bakers, it's kind of foolproof. It tells you exactly what you need to do and helps you follow the prompts of a recipe. All right, so it tells me to beat the cream cheese until smooth. I'm just going to select beat. It defaults to 2 minutes. I don't know if it'll take that long, but I will start it up. And then you guys, after 2 minutes, this machine is going to stop. So if I were to go check the mail or answer the phone or just forget about what I was doing, it is going to stop when the timer stops, which is a fabulous feature. All right, you guys, from here, I am adding 1 cup of powdered sugar. And then it says 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but you guys, I am using Pampered Chef's Madagascar Bourbon Pure Vanilla Double Strength, so I'm just going to use 1/2 teaspoon. Because this is something you can only get at the holidays, and I don't like to waste it. And then it suggests 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, optionally, and it says for a little zing. And since we are doing the key lime, I figured, yeah, lemon lime, let's do it. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of that. And then we are going to beat that until smooth. So now I'm realizing I wish I had something that I didn't know that I wished that I had. So here is my cheesecake filling so far. And now I need to take a cup of heavy whipping cream and whip that up with the mixer. So I wish I had 2 bowls, but I'm gonna put this in a different bowl. I'm gonna wash this and we'll be back. So now I need my 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, which I have in my mini measure-all cup. You guys, we have so much things for mixing and measuring. So if you need a recommendation, let me know. But if you're not familiar with the measure-all, let me grab my clean one so I don't make a mess. I've got a bigger one. So one side for liquid ingredients, you guys. The other side is for dry or sticky ingredients. So you could move this up and down to a cup, a half a cup, 2/3, whatever you need it. Fill it with peanut butter, sour cream, and then plunge it into your recipe so you get all of it out and you're not trying to scoop the little odds out with a scraper. But yeah, those are our measure-all cups. So now I'm gonna switch to whip, and it's gonna show me on here the little whisk, which is the tool I have now, and it gets 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Now this just says to whip until I have stiff peaks. So we shall do it. So now we are on to the part of the recipe where I struggle with things. Because I don't exactly know what stiff peaks are, but it's whipped. It's whipped cream, right? And so I put my cream cheese mixture into my kids mixing bowl, and it says to fold in gently. Another, one of those terms that is a little bit foreign to me. So I'm just going to put all of the cream, the heavy whipping cream that I have made into my kids' mixing bowl, and I'll stir it together gently. So while I'm folding this in, I hope you guys are hanging with me. So this is a no-bake cheesecake, but that does not mean that it is quick, you guys. This needs to sit for 6 hours in the fridge covered. So anywho, I've got my graham cracker crust here in my cool and serve. So I'm gonna get this all in here and spread out. And then, yeah, I'm gonna pop it in the fridge for 6 hours. So I would suggest, so that this recipe does not seem like such a chore, that if you're gonna make it, maybe do the cheesecake portion that I've just done the night before. And then in the morning, you can come on with the key lime portion, which will be part 2, which we will be doing here in 6 hours. All right, so I'm gonna pop this into the fridge, but if you are watching, comment live or replay so that more people see this video. And I would like to know if you like cheesecake or if you would make something else in your 9x13 cool and serve. Well, it is tomorrow, friends, so I hope that you'll take my advice and do the cheesecake at night and then do your key lime dessert portion in the morning, should you choose to make this into a layered cheesecake dessert the way that I am. But here it is after quite a few hours in the fridge. So I get to do my stand mixer again, which I'm super excited about because I do think every single one of you needs one. So because I am following the key lime pie instructions, I need to put cream cheese, butter, and dessert mix in my stand mixer. Oh, and this is white. It's not going to be green. Well, I guess that's probably for the best. I know a lot of people don't like artificial colors and dyes and all of that, but I thought it was going to be green. So I've got my key lime mix here going in. And then I have a half a stick of butter softened that is going in. And this is going to tell me to beat it. So again, I put my paddle in because that's what Pampered Chef is going to tell me to use. And I need half a block of softened cream cheese. So what am I going to do with my other half a block of cream cheese, you guys? That is another reason why I love our 1 cup prep bowls, you guys. And they come with lids. Where are my lids? So here's one. And so then I can just put the other half in a container in my fridge and we can use it on bagels this week, okay? So let me get one of my little slicer spreaders because again, I only need half of the block here. Okay. So stand mixer on. And again, it gave me the word beat. So I literally just follow the prompts. Am I gonna mix? Well, I'm going to beat. And so I'm just gonna press start And there we go. All right, you guys. Now, one thing I want to mention to you is scrapers. You cannot have too many Pampered Chef scrapers, I promise. They come in handy for everything. And I, at one point, felt like every darn time I wanted my scraper, it was in the dishwasher. So that is why I went ahead and bought myself, a couple extras. But yes, now we are going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And we are going to whip it. So the mixer is going to tell me that I'm going to need the whisk attachment. I already knew that because I've done this before, but if you did not, the little symbol is going to tell me. And this says to whip it until thick and fluffy, about 3 minutes. The default is 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so I will just go with that because I'll be right here. But again, if you were going to walk away after that timer is done, it is going to stop. All right, you guys, thick and fluffy. Now this is going to go on top of my cheesecake. Now, if you were just making this by itself, all you would need would be a graham cracker crust. Make this whipped dessert mix, put it inside of your crust, and put it in the fridge for another 2 to 3 hours. So I will have my hubby taste test this, but clearly not until, I'll probably have him do it after dinner. So it makes a thin layer on top of my cheesecake because this is a 9 by 13. But again, if you were doing this just in a normal pie dish with a graham cracker crust, it would be enough to be considered a filling. And this smells really good, you guys, so I am super duper excited about this. And then after this sits for 2 to 3 hours, you can add, if you wanted to add whipped topping to the top, but I think we've had enough whipping cream in here, or slice up some limes or some graham cracker crumbs on top. You definitely could garnish it however you wanted. But yeah, I'm gonna pop that back in the fridge. You guys, I almost forgot to show you the finished product and to taste it. So here is my key lime pie, cheesecake, no bake, beautiful dessert. And let's see if I might need 2 hands to get this done. Hang tight. All right, so I got a slice out and I'm gonna have my ultimate taste tester. Say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
Here's a fork. I'm crossing my fingers.
Just kidding.
It's cheesecake and key lime.
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
It's good.
All right. See you guys.